Good afternoon. In this video, we are going to see about the types of tax liability. Before we are going to enter in this topic, I just introduce myself. I am Renugadevi. I am working as an assistant professor in Dr. SNS Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. I belong to Business Administration Department. Okay, now we are going to enter into the video. Types of tax liability. In the previous video, we discussed about the tax liability concept. Okay, that continuation only we are going to see now. Okay, the tax liability is nothing but the total amount of tax that an individual or business is legally required to pay the government based on their income earned or transactions or ownership of assets. It is an essential component of any economy as it may helps fund public should be services like the infrastructure, healthcare facility, education and defense related activities. So these are some different type of tax liability. That time there are some classification under the direct and indirect taxes, and tax liability is one of the most common form. It levied on the earnings of individual person, either the professional or business category people. Similarly, the corporate tax liability applies to the companies based on their net profit. They are supposed to pay the corporate tax. Then capital gains, whereas capital gain is nothing but it arises when an individual or the organization earns profit from the sale of asset such as the share, bond or property. So these taxes are categorized as per the direct tax because they are paid directly to the government by the taxpayer. Whereas indirect tax liability, it actually includes the taxes like goods and service tax is nothing but the GST, okay? So which is imposed on the consumption of goods and services by the individual person. So though business collect GST, the final burden should be borne by the governing bodies or the some consumer people, okay? So the additionally the property tax liability, it is imposed on the owner of real estate by the local governing bodies, while payroll tax liability, it actually includes the taxes related to the employee salary such as professional tax and contribution to the social security scheme. So in India, the direct taxes are administered by the income tax department, where indirect taxes are directed by the Central Board of Indirect Tax and Customs, that is CBIT. Okay, so the taxpayers are required to file the return, disclose their income accurately and pay taxes within the prescribed deadline. So understanding the tax liability is important for effective financial planning, and also the proper tax management allows the individual and businesses to take advantage of deduction, exemption and incentives. So which is available under the tax law, suppose thereby reducing their several tax burden legally. So non-compliance such as made by the late filing of the tax or evasion can lead to the penalty, and also the interest charges and legal consequences, everything will be faced by the tax liability person. And also the amount will be, which is the individual or the business people legally obligated to the government and based on their income earning. And also the tax is a mandatory financial charges which is imposed by the government, either the individual or business people, to collect the fund. That fund will be utilized to the public services like infrastructure, healthcare and education facilities should be improved by means of we are collecting that tax utilization. The common type of taxes will be which include the IT, corporate tax, and GST and property tax. It is administered by the IT. Direct tax will be administered by the IT department and indirect taxes will be administered by the Central Board of Customs Duty.